I don't know about you, but I think there's a little bit of monkeying around going on. Here's one way to advertise your challenge. Put it right at the urinal. And they may not be peeing right now, but nonetheless. The amazing city of Kuala Lumpur. So in today's video, you're going to get to see one of the most amazing cities in Asia, known for extreme luxury, extreme lavish, over-the-top experiences, but it actually has such an economic, affordable, day-to-day option to live. It's one of the most unique places I've ever been. And you're gonna get to see what I did in my couple days in Kuala Lumpur, which was absolutely a really, really unique experience, including some lovely caves, some food, some markets, and definitely some things that you should check out. So at that, let's have fun, eat some food, let's go explore the world in Kuala Lumpur. Let's rock and roll. All right, and let's just say, look at this view, everybody. Look at this. Does anybody recognize this? Do you recognize where we are? And yes, it is a infinity pool. We are in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, or KL as they call it. It's funny, everywhere throughout Asia, it's KL. So it's like if you're in, I don't know, I guess America would be like, you call NYC or LA, Los Angeles. This is KL. Everybody, we have the Petronas Towers right there, the two famous Petronas Towers. We have this great big thing building with the revolving restaurant and thing on top. We had all the sights. And so technically we got here yesterday. We had a mess of an evening, to be honest. Big check-in problems with the Airbnb and delays and blah, blah, blah. But that's okay, because we need some Malaysian food. Guys, I gotta get some rendang and some nasi. Forgetting my thingy thing, but and some durian. Need some durian. But yeah, he's going to, we'll say their Airbnb. We have a really nice view, nice pool. But we're gonna check out the sauna real quick and go check out the place called the Nasi Caves as soon as we find this sauna. So, good stuff. And to truly give perspective how big this city is and how high up we are, look at those people right there in the pool. This is just such an elevated point. These buildings are tall above and beyond. All right, so we went in the sauna for a bit. This was a day I was going to work out, but after yesterday, the last 2 nights I barely slept, just with like flights and all the issues and everything. So I'm going to take today off and then I'll just go tomorrow. But anyway, so first stop, we're going to walk about 20 minutes. We're going to go exchange some cash. So Malaysia, or at least Kuala Lumpur, but I think Malaysia in general, compared to some Asian countries, are a lot more like credit card friendly, but they're not a fully credit card friendly place. Like if I want to go to a restaurant like that, or even one of the more bigger established ones, you're going to need cash. And then all the street people and vendors and hawkers and stuff, of course, you need cash. So first stop, we're going to get some cash, some ringgits to be specific. The currency exchange right now is, it's about 4.5 ringgits, we'll say 4 ringgits per American dollar. So yeah, prices in Kuala Lumpur, which I've seen so far, are good for, I would say, like Asian standards, I guess, compared to like a lot of places. Like it'd be cheaper than like Hong Kong, which is very, very expensive. Definitely not as cheap as Thailand. It's kind of like mid-tier. Like an average meal at like one of these local restaurants that I saw yesterday would probably cost you about 15-ish, 15 to 20 ringgits. So $4 to $5, which is pretty affordable. But then I went to like a more like Americanized bar yesterday, and even for a like a Coke, the prices were like 15 ringgit. So figure that out. Kuala Lumpur can be very expensive, and it can be quite cheap. It's kind of a very interesting mix, because it's like a mix of these incredible, modern buildings and luxury, and yet you can still get like you can do it cheaper. It doesn't have to be like, you know, I don't know, New York City. But anyway, let's here we are. So let's get some walking in. Go check out Batu Caves. And they have what is one of my favorite things ever, vanilla Pepsi Max or Pepsi Zero Sugar here. So I got to try to find one of those. I checked a couple 7-Elevens and yet to find one, but apparently it's here, so we're gonna get one. So Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur is a very, very, very religious place of the Islamic faiths. So everywhere pretty much is halal or serves halal. Very little pork is served here, and if it is, it's very, very obviously and shown. And a lot of places really do have actual certifications by an inspective body to prove they're fully halal restaurants, as they will not, like a lot of individuals won't even eat in a restaurant which like serves non-halal items. So it's not even just a matter of like, oh hey, I'll only have the seafood or the fish or something, or I'll only have the halal beef. It's like, no, if you're not fully halal, I'm not even gonna try it. But here we have a hypermarket or a grocery store. I'm gonna run in, see one, if they can have durian. If not, we gotta find some durian later. Love durian. And they're supposed to have the best durian in the world here called Musang King. And see if they have anything else interesting, specifically my vanilla Pepsi Zero. There you go, so the lime and the vanilla. Unfortunately, it's not cold, which sucks. I'm still gonna get one, but we'll still find a cold one because I love this stuff. And we found some cold ones. And then here's kind of a real just glimpse of a lot of the cuisine items here. So for example, like tandoori chicken, so like some kind of Indian influences. We have shish toks. You can buy half chickens. You can buy different curries with rices. Here we also have kind of some more curries, like a mango chili chicken. We have a mango pulao. We have biryani. We have some more curries here. But yeah, a lot of the, you know, kind of cuisines of such. This looks really good too, actually. These chickens. Look, they even have Cajun chickens. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, looking good. All right, so success. I actually even bought 3. I probably didn't need to buy 3, but nonetheless. So let's see this as good as I remember. The only other time I had the vanilla Pepsi Zero Max, whatever you want to call it, was actually, they released it as a limited edition Big Gulp special in Canada, and I loved it. So let's see if it's as good as I remember. Very good. What I love about this, there's a lot of vanilla compared to like a vanilla Coke, 2 to 3 times. Let me know if they have vanilla Pepsi in some variety where you are located. All right, maybe it was a good thing I did buy 3. I kid you not, literally less than 20 seconds later after I ended that first clip, and I just downed this whole thing. Cool. But yeah, guys, I mean, we're in like a kind of popular inhabited place right now. There's the Jack Hai Mall right behind us. That's where this shopping center was. Just kind of random stores, nothing really interesting yet. But I will show you, should we find some stuff. I'm definitely excited to check out some food later. Excuse me, compliments to Pepsi. Compliments to Pepsi. I'm thinking about maybe checking out a Malay buffet, because I really want to try some Malaysian food. Like, I love redang. It's my favorite kind of and most known Malaysian item. Of course, there's like the nasi malak, all the nasi. That's kind of like a lot of the very popular items.
Turn left.
There's some jewels right there behind us. But anyway, here's our money exchanges. Let's do it. And fun fact, so the exchange here, I've noticed it is like, so if I would have changed my Thai baht for Malaysian ringgit in Thailand, I would have got 1 ringgit for 8 baht. But here it's like 11, 12, 13. So it's actually way more expensive. Like, so I should have changed my Thai baht in to ringgits in Thailand. Live and learn. So this place is called Second Corner at Bujang. So this is a real hawker mart, kind of a real street food mart. Let's take a quick walk through here. This is going to be our real Malaysian cuisine. So here we have coffees, Tongkat Ali, ginseng drinks, We have some different fish items. These dried fish are very popular in the Malay cuisine, I know. Here we have other variety of lots of fish, pickled veggies. Get a lot of those dried fish balls, more fish. Oh, looks good, smells very good. Here we actually have some different mix of Lao and Malay and Thai. We have some little chickens here. Good price, seven ringgits. Similar, more kind of like Thai, Southeast Asian cuisine. Here we got lots of items which look pretty cool. He's getting into our nasi, so our Malay items here. Again, looking very delicious. Hello. Here we have lots of curries, lots again fish items. Get, I guess here you just get your plate, get a rice plate, and pick an item or two maybe. That's what kind of seems to be, but this looks great, like some chicken, fish items. Very good. This is cool. Yeah, so this is all, it's a good deal too. I mean, these are only a couple bucks. This is the real place. Here you go, I'll go on some of the other plates, so up to 12 ringgits. Here you get some teas, coffees. Here we got more items here. So again, a variety of like pickles and greens. Lots of these fish items. This is some kind of a beef. Actually, that's our like redang. Chicken that looks great. All kinds of good stuff. Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, the options keep going on and on and on. Hello. And on and on and on. And this is amazing, guys. Oh, look, here we got some snails here. And yeah, this is definitely real, more localized food. And one thing I want to point out here, if you can see it, I'm not going to make a big, notion of it, but there's no cutlery. Everybody's eating with their hands, which again is a super, super cool thing. It's a very cultural thing. Like everybody is eating with their hands, which I think is super, super, super cool and super unique. Because again, that's just not, again, I'm the exception. I'm the exception when I'm doing like a food challenge, but it's just not something we do, like eat rice and different meats and stuff, with our hands, which I think is so cool. So, I mean, that place goes at 5. Man, I wish it was open a little later because maybe I'll have to come tomorrow or something because, heck, I was going to go to a buffet, but like I could go there and buy, let's say like 5 or 6 dishes for like 10 bucks. Like, that's insane. So yeah, so that, like in that little corner, that's about half, all this is about half the price of anywhere else I've seen. And that is as local as you could be. I mean, I was the only foreigner in there. Man, that's cool. I don't know. We might have to come back, but I want to miss it for the caves going today, but maybe tomorrow. All right, and checking out this place. So here we got a little bit of a, I'll call it like street market kind of thing. So we'll check it out. We got some food, lots of like hats, socks, bags, like little, satchels and strap bags. Pretty much everything you'd see in Thailand. I'm curious, the prices here probably a bit more, especially due to this area. Yeah, like those wallets would be $10 Thailand. You'd probably get them for like 3 or 4. But here we go. I'll show you some food. These dishes are all 14 to 18 ringgit, so more expensive. But again, I mean, you're paying a little bit for the location. So we have the variety of the nasi biryanis. Yes. Got our chickens here, guys. That's beef?
Yeah.
Beef redang? Yeah. And we got all the curries here. Looking good.
This is kurma biryani.
Biryani. Thank you so much. Thank you. Looking good. And then kind of like we said, here we got all the clothing and kind of whatever, the market, shorts, and everything. That's interesting. That's pretty, I mean, these are obviously just knockoffs, but 10 ringgits, that's like $2. I don't know, that's actually a good deal. Maybe we'll find some deals here. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of like our Thai markets, all your knockoffs. Then like some food, different like, skewers and stuff. They call them here, I am susu bakar, but it's very similar to our Mujang in Thailand. And guys, I drank my third one and it's been like 35 minutes max. But now I'm lit. I feel all the caffeine. Here we also got some jackfruit, which I do love myself. So 500 grams, 6 ringgit. So that's a good deal. It's like $1, $2, $1.50, half a kilo. Such a good deal. But yeah, I'm gonna we'll keep seeing if there's anything interesting here. Clothing. We have our driver on the way, and that's about it. Here we got some more beef Petaling skewers, some frying fish balls, some chickens, looking good. Now this is the spot. We got people waiting. They're advertising certain dishes for 7 ringgits. Now that's a steal. The nasi kukus, I'm not sure exactly, but this one looks like basically chicken with rice, which that's kind of the nasi dish. And then this is the same with kind of the, I don't know, more, I'll call them like stir-fried items, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll show you guys. Like, but it looks great, smells so good. And these are them here, looking delicious. Very looking flavorful, tasty, fried, beans and meat. There's with the chickens, looking very good. And of course the rice, we're frying more as it comes. So here we have some seasoned chickpeas, which is cool. We have some peanuts, which is cool. That's like a boiled peanut. So that's the first time outside of America I've ever seen a boiled peanut, which is pretty cool. I like it, I like it. And then they also have some different beefs and meatballs here as well. And then just lots more clothing. Here's some drinks. Chocolate, detox, here's our Thai teas. Here we also have some more kind of beef Petaling biryanis. Yeah, thank you so much. The chickens, looking good. Here again, 7 with the basically chicken and rice, which looks pretty good. Smells good as well. Here we got some kind of flavored peanuts. This looks really good with the chilies. That's pretty sweet. Here we have a candied fruit dish. And this is a rice they do. It's like with the durian seeds, and it's very, 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 very sweet and sticky looking, obviously. So, very dessert dish. I don't know the name, but it's very popular. Excuse me, what is this called?
Sticky rice.
Oh, you just called sticky rice. Perfect, there you go, sticky rice. Now this is something I've never seen before. Look at this, look at these cakes. Bright pink cakes, coconut cakes, which looks very good. Thank you. And here we got fried chicken. So you can get some pieces of fried chicken, sausages, like corn dogs. It's pretty interesting. And the fried chicken, look at that, even like fried squid, I guess. Looking cool, looking cool. Big pieces. Pretty edgy. That's a good sized fillet. Impressive, impressive. Here we got some like kind of more Chinese style stir-fried noodles and such. Love the oil. Here we got some little kind of sweet pancakes. And this is way bigger than I expected. It's huge. Anyway, so I have to go because we got to grab our ride, but we can come back here. I don't know, I was thinking of buffet originally, but maybe I'll have to make a street food video. I don't know. I'm tempted. So let's grab our Uber and yeah, I don't even know the actual name of this place. I just picked up by the exchanges, but I might have to when I have a second here, I'll find out the name. But in the meantime, off to Batu Caves we go. And they call it the Tar Night Market, TAR. That is an acronym, TAR something. Sorry, the pronunciation was a little difficult. Like Tar, they said call it Tar Night Market. So I'm gonna have to come back. And we have made it to the gate, Batu Caves. So a little bit of information about the caves. Let's learn. So it's one of the leading Hindu shrines since the 1890s, which is pretty amazing. Big festivals every January and February with over 1 million people coming. There are 3 caves and several smaller ones. The roof is 100 meters high on the largest one, which is pretty amazing, which obviously draws a number of worshipers and tourists. There is a 272 step staircase which is pretty amazing. And people have their cheeks pierced. And yeah, pretty amazing. So yeah, it's about 2 kilometers long, I guess. And that's the rocks and everything. But anyway, that's the info. Ooh, it is starting to rain. I didn't bring my coat, but let's head to the cave. And as soon as we enter, look at this. Look, everybody, this is like, we're so far away, but just look how big that statue is. And there's the big colorful staircase. Wow, and literally it's like in the side of a mountain. This is so cool. All right, yeah, this is one of those times where like the photos don't do it justice. Should have brought a raincoat, but photos do not do this justice. This is amazing. You notice I also changed the shirt. Being a religious place, I don't know if it's technically a temple or how it's considered, but you do have to cover your knees and cover your shoulders and stuff with respectful clothing. But this is absolutely amazing. The statue is so big. It's supposed to be one of the biggest in like Malaysia, if not the biggest. And those stairs. Seriously, this is cool. Wow, yeah, already like, this is, all right, I'm just rambling, but you got to see this. And the views as we get closer. And they have all these other buildings around, which is pretty cool. They have a big sign here as well. People scaring the pigeons and the monkeys. Monkeys are a big issue, actually. I guess the monkeys are very used to people, and they have a big issue with them stealing things from people and harassing them. So they say, don't feed them, don't bring them food, and watch out. And absolutely beautiful, the colors, amazing. And it's pretty amazing, these monkeys, they just eye you up, and it's amazing. I mean, they eat just like, you know, humans. I mean, this is how I eat. Maybe I'm more like a monkey than not. And we are officially about to enter. Look at this. Seriously, amazing. And it's hard to fathom how big that is. That is such a big statue. And yeah, this is, I mean, I've said it 100 times, but like, look at this. Just like the colors. Seriously, this is amazing. And this is what you're not supposed to do. Feed the animals. But nonetheless, give them a show. All right, and we're about to start the ascent. All right, so we're making our way up. Not gonna lie, it's pretty steep. Like, these stairs are pretty steep. I see why a lot of people have difficulty with these. And that's not even just like the sheer cardio capacity, but we're maybe halfway there. So keep on trucking, and the sights only get cooler as we ascend. All right, so we made it to the top, and look at this cave. It's a super big, crazy cave system. You can tell before we've entered, and this is very big. I don't think a camera is going to do it justice, but I will try to show you. And all the birds and bats, stalagmites, stalactites. This is crazy. And now we are descending into the actual Batu caves. And this is amazing. So there's like, look, there's chickens. Like, it's a rooster and a hen. So there's wild chickens in here. Like, there's a few more chickens. So chickens, and then there's so many kind of shrines and monuments all throughout the caves. One up there, all here, over here. There's a whole temple there, and then the actual main cave over here. This is this is crazy. And they're playing some music, so let's go see what that's all about. But just like, and the lights, it's really like, this is, man, this is a place you have to soak this in, like, no pun intended, because it's water falling from the ceiling, but like this is, words can't describe. This seems fake. This seems like this should be in a movie. This is one of those times, everybody, I'm like, wow. And just to try to show you, it's so big. It's so immense. And it's just so lavish in its natural tranquility. Super cool. And here's the ceremony that they're playing the music for. They're burning incense and pouring water. This is actually very amazing. They poured oil on it and mud, and now they're putting gold on it. And then they, on the kind of spade, and then they were washing it. It's pretty amazing.
Here's a couple photos to try to capture again just how immense and beautiful this cave truly is. This thing was massive and very impressive.
Maybe this will help show like how immense and big this first cave is. But this place it's amazing. It's just so big and vast. I can see why they would, make something of it. Especially something so special and sacred. Awesome. And here we have another similar ceremony going on. And here's the timings and the schedules. And just to see the artistry, it's pretty amazing. Very beautiful. So now we're making our official descent all the way down there. But I gotta say, that was super cool. One of those times where, again, like, video doesn't capture it, photos doesn't capture it. Unfortunately, you do have some of the other caves locked off today. But just the size of that cave, the immensity of it, admittingly, I was thinking the cave would be like the main stay, like the real attraction. But I gotta say, I think outside is equally as interesting as the inside, just in its own unique way. So you're kind of getting two unique things. The cave is awesome for being really, really immense. But even if you could not make up these stairs to the cave, it's well worth it to come. Because to see the stairs, the statue, I think arguably is just as interesting, amazing, but again, in a very different fashion. But this was super cool. What I am surprised is how little time this took. I think right now I've been here maybe 40 minutes. And that was to take our time seeing around the bottom, using the bathroom, coming up the stairs, down the stairs, seeing the cave. I saw that cave to my full desire, my full satisfaction. I even got to watch a bit of one of the ceremonies that was going on, and I got to see everything and soak it in, take my time. So we're gonna obviously take a couple photos down here, spend a little more time down here, but really I guess you only need about an hour or so to do this, which I thought this would be a couple hour endeavor. The stairs were not half as bad as I thought they'd be, because people made such a big deal about it, but it's not. It's very quick up and down. So yeah, give yourself an hour. You can do it in less for sure. You can do it in more, but at that, yeah, lots of time. So we're gonna have time for markets, food, and maybe it's a good time to eat. But there's a big street market we're gonna check out. So I think let's go check that out. And there we go. Looking amazing.
And they do have one of these Instagrammy signs here, so of course I had to grab the Instagram shot.
So one thing I've noticed while the rideshare apps like Grab are still quite affordable, definitely affordable compared to like North America here in Kuala Lumpur, the estimated wait times are so off. I've now taken 3 or 4 trips, and the estimated wait time, let's say it's 10 minutes, always takes minimum 20. Minimum 20. Like it's at least double, basically, long story short. Like yesterday, between the ride, like I could have walked even just in the waiting time, I bet. So now we're gonna try taking the train, or like the rail system, which is very popular for people in Kuala Lumpur. Again, it's also very affordable. It's like maybe $1.50, $2. But comparatively, so I'm gonna take this downtown to the Petaling street market. So I think this will cost me, let's say $1.50. And if I wanted to grab a grab right now, it'd only be about $6. So, you know, comparatively, it's cheap. The only thing is though, is like, it's the wait times. And with the current traffic, this actually should be quicker. So let's hope that's right and there's no issues, hopefully. And actually it's pretty nice. It's, you know, a little warm, but very air conditioned, like cold almost. And correction, this actually costs less than $1. And on our way to the Petaling Street Market, one of the craziest, most unique markets in Kuala Lumpur. Looks like it's gonna rain. We actually came across the Central Market, which is close by. It's a couple vendors. It's like, it looks very artsy. And then they're doing music here very shortly, a performance. So in all reality, there's nothing really set up here at the moment. Mostly just like a couple clothes vendors, but that performance will probably be cool to see. So maybe I'll have to come back for that. But let's go over and check out the Petaling Street Market. But these are all in the same area. But yeah, it's a happening spot. And actually the Central Market is a big shopping center. Like a full-on mall. So we'll take a quick stroll through because obviously this is open. And here we got, well, some kind of street food restaurant there and a durian shop. Never mind, it's durian ice cream, not the fruit. Yeah, this whole area, lots of street kind of vendors, we'll call them. Again, they're more like artsy kind of trinkets, souvenirs, that kind of thing, which I'm not really looking at myself. But I will say, we got some they got some cool things. You know, it's cool to see the different markets, the way they operate, the way the people operate. You get a sense of the culture, you know, and kind of like seeing different foods, the items. But that being said, we are getting into the Chinatown and getting over to Petaling Street here. So let's do it. All right. So we made the Petaling Street Market, but it definitely looks like it is going to rain. But that being said, let's try to see it before it pours. And it was thundering a minute ago. So let's see what happens. All right, and here we are, guys. So you can buy some carry-on bags. So these are, I don't know, about double the price you can get them in Thailand. But nonetheless, so bags, lots of bags. And this place is known for its knockoff items. There are all your fake sneakers, fake Nikes and stuff. Here we got our fake clothing, shorts and all that stuff. We have fake perfumes, sandals, watches, belts, more bags, lots more bags, fake perfumes. Okay, it's very big though, and it's mostly covered. Woo! And there's the thunder. So pretty interesting. Let's continue to see what we all have. Cool. Now let's open it up. We got some food food behind us. We got the roasted chestnuts, which is a very Chinese thing. We have some durian here, and let's see what that's all like. And this is probably very pricey because it is, well, tourist area. Here I got some. This is Musang King though, guys, apparently. And here is supposed to be, so 59 ringgits. I don't know, that's a bit, it is a bit much, but nonetheless, I will get a little bit to try, as I'm yet to try some Musang King. Now, one thing for sure, this is a very sizable market. This is interesting. They have like kind of like, almost like jerkies. That one's bacon. They call it gold coin chicken and chicken meat. So, yeah, basically jerky. Interesting. A lot of the same stuff, to be honest. A lot of just like the bags, the watches. So pretty much the same stuff over and over again. I was trying to find more of the food area. Here we got a guy doing street crepes, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this place is very sizable. I'll put it that way. That is for sure. But yeah, we'll continue to look around. I'll show you anything interesting. But for the most part, oh look, there's tattoos. It's not exactly where I'd want to get a tattoo, but they also have the candied fruit here as well, and lots of stuff. So there's a couple of these areas, which I'll call kind of like hawker stands or hawker areas. So you know, you get your rice, kind of serve up your dishes, kind of like we saw earlier. You know, your eggs and stuff, rice, and all kinds of Thais and noodle dishes. Admittingly, it's not like really street food-ish setup, so it's not too much to see. They have some Hong Kong style roast ducks and roast meats, which is always good. But I'm going to see if there's any more food items. It doesn't seem to be much, honestly, or as much as I would have thought. Mostly just the kind of knockoff items, which is fine. But let's see if we can get a few more sights, and then we're going to head out of here. And we are going to go eat, because I am very, very hungry. And I found where we're going. We found a very authentic Malay buffet, which is exactly what I wanted. And it's actually owned by a local celebrity chef, so it's supposed to be good and it's supposed to be very authentic. And here we got a bit more food. So we got like sautés. Oh, here we got some more durian. Blackthorn. Let's see what this is like. Some more mangosteens. And a little bit of food. So this is cool. So here they do the clay pot cooking. Kind of similar we've seen in Thailand. And there they're kind of finishing up the items there, which is pretty cool. But basically, charcoal, and they cook the items in it for our cook it there. It's great. We did get a little durian, a little Musang King, just in case we don't get the opportunity later, but hopefully we will. And we'll see if there's anything else. It looks like that's mostly it. Maybe a little bit more. And yeah. Anyway, so it was pretty cool. Not sad we saw that. I am admittingly, I would say it wasn't as quite as diverse as I would have thought. It was basically mostly just knockoff stuff again and again and again. But hey, if you want to buy some knockoff items, that's definitely the place. And if you want to buy some overpriced durian, that's also the place too. But let's quickly get home, so I'm starving. But as we walk, we can try a little bit of our Musang King. So they're just little niblets, admittingly. That's why I didn't get much, because they're very small pieces, lots of seed. Hopefully I'll have the opportunity to go to a more expansive place and get better. But in the meantime, I'm excited to give it a shot. So let's try what is supposed to be the best kind of durian in the world. So first off, the smell. So it smells very, very sweet. The offensive smell of durian, I'm gonna call kind of like oniony. This smells like very little like that. Very mildly flavored or scented. That capacity, just sweet smelling. Let's see. Okay, that's pretty dang good. Okay. So it is sweet. It's a very pleasant flavor. I'd say like on the range of durian flavor, it's quite mild. So I think it would serve a lot of palates. The one thing again with all the Musang King they had there, it had massive seeds. I know it doesn't always have the massive seeds, but they had little ones, so it has big seeds. But it is tasty. But ate some of the seed. Is it better than other durian? Yeah. To me, it reminds me of like kind of like a Chinese durian, like we had in Thailand, lots of in Philippines, which is just quite soft, softer in texture, lighter, sweeter flavor. It's definitely not bad, but I'll give it another shot. Like I said, I'll give it another shot where it's bigger, nicer pieces. But I still think Montong is my favorite. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I really hoped you enjoyed it. Of course, this is the More Joel Hansen channel where we feature, well, more Joel Hansen. We got travel, we got food, we got all the above. So if you like that stuff, lifestyle, fitness, make sure to subscribe. We also have the original Joel Hansen channel, which features crazy eating endeavors like buffets, food challenges, eating challenges, spicy challenges. We have the Joel Hansen Raw channel as well, which features the uncut version of the raw versions of those challenges. So you really get to hear what goes on, the thoughts, the behind the scenes. So there's no shortage to be had. But thank you so much for subscribing, for your support, and click one of these videos right here, guys. I've got them just for you, and I know you're gonna love them. So with that, thank you so much, and I'll see you in a moment when you click this video.